why is there hurt? Why do we hear about destruction in our world? We hear natural disasters. We hear about wars. We hear about conflicts. And we hear about destruction of lives, of communities, of entire areas of our world. Why do we have such hurt and destruction in our world? This is not how God intended for it to be. God didn't intend for us to have to struggle and suffer in these ways. It was not part of the original design. God designed a garden and his people were there and they were to live with him forever. But sin entered the picture and wrecked the original design, wrecked God's original plan. and here we are. And we live in between God's original perfect creation and God's future kingdom. And so we face this struggle because in between there is sin and its effects and its hurt and how we interact with it and how it destroys our life. Paul wrote in Romans 8:18, he said, "I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us." I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing to the glory that will be revealed in us. So currently we struggle, currently we suffer, we have aches, we have pains, we have sickness. We hear about wars and rumors of wars. We hear about earthquakes and volcanoes and hurricanes and storms that will level islands and cities. And we wonder why. Why, when God, who is all powerful, who is all good, who is all holy, why would he allow these sufferings to occur? And the answer is because of sin. And so there is this longing, there's this hurt that is in us, but that hurt and that longing ought to draw us to him. That he is all that we need. In him we can find our hope and our rest and our peace. And so we have this suffering, we have this hurt, and it makes us long for something else. It makes us long for what is to come. See, our present sufferings are not worth comparing to the glory that will be revealed in us. So we're going to look back at some point and be able to see all of our life in its proper perspective. And when we look back from the other side of eternity, when we look back at this moment in time, we will say, it was just a light and momentary struggle. That it was just for a moment. And these are even the big things we struggle with. The loss and the hurt and the sickness and the disease and the destruction that we face in our life. All these struggles, we'll look back and we'll see how God put them together, how he used them in our life to reveal in us the glory that will be seen in our life when Jesus finally comes to make things right. You see, this is not our eternity. As the old hymn said, this world is not our home, we're just a passing through. This is just a temporary place. This is just where our life currently is lived out. We live here with the struggle. We live here with the effects of sin. We live here where there's hurt. Because we've allowed sin into this realm, into this world. But a time is coming. It is already breaking through. As Jesus rose from the dead, the first fruits from the grave, we too have that hope that one day we have life beyond here, beyond this suffering, beyond this pain. And we hope. And we don't hope for something that we already have. It is not yet already here, but we see glimpses. And we're able to sample, and we're able we have this hope in us that is slowly being revealed as we draw close to God's Spirit, as we draw close to Him, as He begins to make us like Himself. We see glimpses, and we have this growing hope that a day is coming when Jesus will return, and He will set our world right. Sin will be eliminated. Temptation will be gone. And He will reign. Is this reality? No. It's still our hope. But hope is what gets us through the suffering until that day when the glory is revealed. When Jesus makes Himself known. When He presents Himself as King and Conqueror. And He makes all creation right again. And guess who is longing for that? Not just me, and not just you, and not just those who are believers all around the world. Not just those who are even unbelievers around the world. They long for the world to be set right. And that's why we see all these ideas and all these options that are presented as these silver bullets to make our world safer and better and help for everyone. But some of those are set in selfishness. Some of those are set in human pursuit. But we all long for that day, not just every person, but all of creation. Creation groans along with us because it remembers how it was in the beginning. How God had created the mountains and the seas and the stars and the trees and all that we see. They remember how it was in the beginning. And they long to once again be under God's care, under His rule. And for His glory to be revealed through them as well. That is our hope. And that is what saves us and what keeps us through the suffering, through the hurt, until that day when God's glory is revealed to us.